Hey guys, it's August here and welcome back to Let's Play Super Mario RPG Legend of the 7 Stars. In the last episode, we finished off some of the remaining side quests in the game, and today we shall be fighting Kulex. So if you guys are new to Mario RPG, Kulex is the secret boss in the game. He is quite difficult, and to actually fight him you have to get the shiny stone from Moleville. There will be a link on the screen to the episode where we got the shiny stone if you forget. And for this fight, I'll be using the setup right here. Mario, Toadstool, and Geno. These are my items. All pretty similar to last episode except for the War Fan, Hand Cannon, Jinx Belt, and Sticky Glove. The weapons I actually bought from the shop in Nimbusland, and the Jinx Belt we got from beating Jinx in the dojo last episode. And this gives Geno a massive boost to attack, as you can see. Pretty cool. I'll talk more about why I picked these three when we're actually inside the fight. But quickly, these are my items too. Maple syrups, red essences, Kero colas. All pretty awesome stuff. And yeah, that's about it. So you guys ready? I am. Let's do it. Look at this place. There he is.
Greetings! I am Kulex, Dark Knight of Vandar. I have crossed into this dimension to fight for the Dark Mage. But this world is uninhabitable for me and my kind. I must return to my own world. Before I go, though, I would like to challenge your strongest knight. Will you accept my challenge? You will enter combat against me?
Yes.
On guard!
Alright guys, here we go, the Kulex fight.
I am matter. I am anti-matter. I can see your past. I can see your future. I consume time. And I will consume you.
So right from the get-go, you can see this guy is heavily influenced by Final Fantasy, which makes sense because Square actually developed this game and they're the Final Fantasy guys. He has a Final Fantasy look to him that was really bad. The 4 crystals, that music, which is from Final Fantasy 4. And it also really cool background, all like galactic and spacey and stuff. Pretty sweet. So Kulex himself is definitely the hardest boss fight in the game. Him, as well as his 4 crystals, have about 12,000 health combined, and one thing to keep in mind is that each of the crystals have a weakness to a certain element. The green one, which I'll be taking down first, is weak to jump, the yellow one is weak to thunder, the blue one to fire, and the red one to water. Now, as I mentioned earlier, you can actually fight this guy when you first come to Monster Town by using the shiny stone, but doing it then is pretty much suicide because he will just wreck you. Now we're doing it at a point in the game where we have like tons of stuff. We have the laser shells, we have the super suit, we have like, you know, the amulet, the Jinx Belt, all this sort of awesome stuff. So this fight should be fairly easy, but it will still be fairly time consuming. Jump, jump, jump. Oh my god, the music is awesome. I love Final Fantasy. I'm actually a huge Final Fantasy guy. Alright, the green one's down already. Although that's the one with the lowest health, so yeah. Next we're focusing on the blue one with Mario's fire attacks. And I get to talk about the reason I picked these 3 party members. Mario, of course, is, you know, required. He's the main guy. He has to be here. But luckily for us, he's also really good. He has jump and fire, which is 2 with the crystal's weaknesses. And he has his laser shell to do some really good single target damage. Peach, on the other hand, is our completely defensive healer. She has a laser shell which will keep her alive through everything, and she'll be using a comeback as well as therapy and group hug to keep us all alive. And I should mention too that the super suit Mario has actually makes him immune to elemental attacks, which is like everything these crystals do, so yeah, that's really cool. Now Shredder, oh my god, so much to explain. A Shredder actually gets rid of any beneficial effects we have, which we don't. I meant to use Super Flame there, my bad. But yeah, keep that in mind if you actually want to pop yourself up with anything. Let's use a maple syrup this turn. So as for Geno, he's here to do some awesome area attacks. I'll be doing Geno Flash non-stop to damage all of them, as well as doing the occasional Geno boost to power us up, and some other stuff if we need it. Now if you want to bring someone else in, I'd recommend... Holy shit, that did a lot. Okay. Let's heal us up with the group hug. If you want to bring anyone else in, I recommend bringing in Mallow instead of Geno. Mallow has Thunder and Ice, which are good for taking out the red and the yellow crystals. And he also has a heal too if you need it. So Mallow is a good choice if you're doing this at a lower level and need help staying alive. Now as for Bowser, Bowser actually really sucks in this fight, and Mario is almost dead. Okay. Geno Flash, go. Yeah, Bowser really sucks. He has some area attacks, but they're all fairly weak, and the FP cost on them is super high. So I would not recommend Bowser at all in this fight. Blizzard, yeah. The green crystal is the lowest health out of them all, so it makes sense to come out first. These, though, will take a little bit of time. Corona. That is actually an awesome word. Holy shit, they killed him really quick. And Sandstorm. Okay, we are in a little bit of trouble here. Come back, Geno. Yeah, like I mentioned, Peach is not going to die here. She's going to survive through everything. Mario should survive, but he's actually taking a lot of damage here, which I wasn't really planning for. Okay, Geno's back, which is good. And Kulak just like slapped us or something there. That was kind of weird. Super Flame, go. Onto the blue crystal. Ah, my god. Hit that Y button. Oh yeah, blue crystal down, cool. Let's actually use a bit much of Mario here to keep him up. So as I mentioned, it is possible to fight him when you first come to Monster Town, and although I said it's really difficult, I think it's actually possible to beat him. If I can find a video of it, then I'll show it on the screen right now, but it would just be like a Mario RPG Pro to do that. Shredder. No big deal from that. Super Flame. No, actually, I'll just use regular attacks now, I think. Onto the Fire one. Usually in games, the Fire one has less health than the Earth one does. The Earth one being all like strong and tanky and stuff. Drain, that's fine. Blast, that's actually pretty dangerous. Yeah, exactly. Therapy. Onto Legino. And then Mario can use a maple syrup. And Geno can do a Dark Star. Oh shit. Are you for No More Heroes? Da-da-da. Okay. Yeah, regular attack with Mario. The Geno can use the maple syrup. That damage, that's so good. Now, Kulak himself has about 4,000 health. That's good. So he will be surviving a lot. Although saying that Kulak himself isn't really that bad. Like, he can do Dark Star, he can do this Meteor attack, he can do Shredder. And that's like really about it, so he shouldn't be too much of a hassle. Which is the reason why I'm focusing on taking out his crystals first. And weirdly enough, Dark Star only targets a single person. Although, holy shit, that owned him. Corona again, that's fine. Okay. Despite Geno dying, which I kind of expected from this, this is going pretty well. Yeah, using my setup, Geno is going to die a lot just because we don't really have anything to protect him, that's the thing. I gave him the Jinx spell as well as like all his attacking stuff. There might be like an item which gives him increased elemental resistances, but I'm not sure what it is, so yeah. Oh well. Thank you, no worries. Shredder. Okay. Mario can do a regular attack on the Fire Crystal. Is it dead? No, it is not. What about after a Geno Flash? Let's give this a shot. And as I mentioned, which I think I've said like 5 times already, I'm actually a huge Final Fantasy fan. I've played 1, 2, I've played a little bit of 3, like half an hour of it. I've played 4, 5, 6, Geno's Dead, 8, 10, 12, Tactics, Tactics Advance, Tactics Advance 2, a little bit of the DS one that set after Final Fantasy 12. And yeah, I just really like the series, it's really cool. I haven't played 13, although I do have a copy of it on Steam. Just, I'll get around to it when I have some more free time, I think, because that game's going to take a while to beat. Oh, Meteor Blast, here we go. That was actually surprisingly okay. Meteor is usually like the, highest tier of the time magic thing, so weird. And I've also never played Final Fantasy VII either. Something I have to do one day because everyone seems to rave about that game. My favorite is Final Fantasy VI, of course, because Kefka is an amazing villain. Storm. One, that's fine. Keep attacking Peach all you want. I do not mind that. Although a bad habit I have with Final Fantasy is not actually completing the games. Like, I never actually finished Final Fantasy 2 despite getting to the final dungeon like twice. The final dungeon is so difficult for some reason. The difficulty amps up so much there. I also never finished Final Fantasy 5 till about 5 years ago. What else? I got to the end of Final Fantasy 8 but never beat it. Because I just got distracted by something else, so yeah. I've also got to the end of Final Fantasy 12 twice as well, but I got distracted by side quests and never beat it. Gino's dead again. I've been too busy talking about Final Fantasy to actually pay attention to my health here. But yeah, there's so many side quests in Final Fantasy 12, like all those hunts you can do. And I just kept doing them, and they got bored and put down the controller and never finished it. I need to do that someday, I think. Mario, just a regular attack on the Earth Crystal. It should be fairly weak from all the Geno blasts we've done. This fight should be wrapping up fairly soonish. Sandstorm. All we need to do is go through the regular things here. So heal everyone up with Peach. Mario and Geno can do their awesome attacks. And just wear them down till we beat them. Alright then. Yeah, it's going pretty well so far. Well, Geno keeps getting scared. It's okay, Geno. Can I mute him? Probably not. I don't think you can hurt Kulex with any, like, status effects like mute or poison or anything. The crystals, maybe, but Kulex himself, probably not. Holy shit, that hurt Mario a ton. Earth Crystal. Are still alive? Yeah, the Earth Crystal is definitely the tankiest. Oh, speaking of Final Fantasy, actually, I have played Final Fantasy X2, and that game is really, really weird. Like, if any of you guys actually like the game, then let me know, because that game's just weird to me. Like, in case you don't know, Final Fantasy X2 is like the game where Yuna, one of the protagonists from the first game, becomes the main protagonist. And she goes all like, like pop bandy and stuff. And just starts like singing in random places. And it's really weird because like all the sacred places from the first game become tourist attractions. Like, I don't really get what they were doing with the story there. Either way, it's not for me. I played it for like 4 hours, I think, then just gave up. This battle should be over fairly soon. I'm probably just going to do regular attacks from now on. To take him down. Meteor Blast. Alright, go Mario. Let's try something else out. What about Geno Whirl? How does this work? 63. Not too good. Fan? 48. Shredder again. Yeah, when Kulex is by himself, it's not too difficult. Geno Blast. What about this? Hold Y for power. That's pretty good. Oh, I don't have any FP. Let's use Mid Mushroom on Mario. Get him back up. Meteor Blast again, that's okay. And Mario can use a Maple Syrup this turn. Where are they? Yeah, I'd recommend bringing along a lot of Maple Syrups just so you can keep your FP up. You'll be able to blast all the crystals and stuff with one attack like I did with Geno, as well as healing yourself up, which is always good too. Monster's FP is gone! Oh my god! I actually forgot that was a message in the game, huh? I guess all I can do is just regular attacks now. That's actually really weird. I didn't realize that Kulix had run out of FP. Huh. Alright, come on Peach, take him down. If you can kill him, I will be proud. Well, they're saying that he just did 50 damage to Peach, which is crazy. There he goes, Peach! You did it! I'm so proud of you. 244 experience. That music too. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. So good. And Mario leveled up. 21. I think that's power. Yep. And Mallow too. Cool.
Ah, your spirit is strong. Thank you, brave knight. I will treasure this memento on my journey here. Perhaps in another time, another game, we may have been mortal enemies. Let us part as comrades in arms. Take this. Treasure it as a keepsake of our fight. Farewell, champion knight.
Goodbye. And he's gone back to his own dimension, okay. So from that fight we get the Quartz Charm, which I forget what it does, so I'll put it on the screen for you guys. Let's see. Shining Source of Power, okay. I think it does something with Mario's jumps, but I'm not really sure, so yeah. I'll post it on the screen right now. Alright then. So guys, thank you all for watching today, I hope you enjoyed. And next time we shall head into Bowser's Castle, the final dungeon of the game. I'll see you then.